But boy, Teixeira has definitely picked it up with having A-Rod behind him. And the Yankees are always going to be there.
The hell with the Yankees. Let's talk upsets. How about High School East?
Yeah, we were going to get into that. That was our next thing.
Beating the #1 seed.
That's amazing.
Is that like in the genes? Billy Frank got the genes, or what? There, what happened there?
I don't know how that happened. Maybe the other team took them for granted. I mean, it's not like...
Now they're still in it? Did they play their next game, or they play Friday?
Friday. I know that we play Friday, I'm sure.
So is that a quarterfinal for states already?
Quarterfinal, and then...
How many teams are in the...
Tuesday, and then next Friday.
How many teams start the tournament?
Well, you have to be at least 500. So I don't know how many it is, but if you're 500, you're in.
Yeah, but I thought Friday night is a quarterfinal.
Yeah, well, you have a game Tuesdays. No, not this Friday.
Oh, it's quarterfinal.
You have this Friday, then Tuesday, and then the following Friday would be the championship.
Okay. So they probably started
so there's 3 more wins to get to get that.
We didn't.
I'll tell you what, East major upset. I don't remember who it was now. I'm drawing a blank on who beat the #2 team.
Let's not forget about the other game on Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night. Well, first of all, Kenny Frank got his 700th
win.
The day
That's
after
big.
our show against North. Won the
big.
County Championship. Rudy pitched a good game for North. We scored 3 runs. North scored 3 runs off them. And my question was, why wasn't Matt Mancini starting? The senior who had a great year, keeps the ball down, doesn't throw gas, but he keeps the ball down low. And again, Rudy did a good job giving up 4 runs, some errors behind him.
Yeah, but hats off to South. How about the kid out in right field there, Patterson?
Yeah.
If you go on our site, if you click on the news page, you look at the video clips.
Made a great catch.
We got the catch out and.
Video. Rick got it on tape. The kid going up over the wall makes the catch. What a
3-run homer.
What a film clip that is. You got to go on the site to see that. The highlights of that game.
We've got.
I don't care what level it is. High school, big leagues. It's pretty.
You see him pumped coming in too.
Yeah,
he was pumped.
Yeah,
when he hit the home run though, the 3-run homer in the 7th. He was coming around the bases.
What a momentum! North just scored 3 runs to get it within 1, 4-3.
What's Kenny Frank thinking at that point when he hits that 3-run home run? He's like, "There's my 700th win." Huh?
He can breathe a little easier.
You know, we were up close too. He was right there. You know, you're thinking there's a local legend guy. Local legend, 700 wins. He's what, 3rd in the state?
3rd in the state.
He's not going to retire. He's got to go after because the guy who's #1 is retired, but the other guy #2.
715.
Right. So it's a horse race.
Neck and neck,
yeah.
I know. I was thinking about that this morning. That Kenny's, if he wants to go after #1, he's got one of those guys who have to retire first.
Yeah, he's got to play at least what 3 or coach at least 3 or 4 more years.
Keep doing it. If you have the desire,
as long as you love it, you gotta love doing it.
Friday night though, South and North get to meet again in the States. So I don't know if my son's pitching. He'll be coming back on 3 days rest if he does.
Well, it was packed. It was packed. The game was at High School East, and it was packed. By the way, this game's at North.
Right.
So I would imagine it's going to be packed there.
South North's always packed.
Yeah.
It's a day game. It's not going to be a night game.
Oh, it is a day game.
It's
Friday at 3:45.
Yeah. Mark Jr. just pitched a complete game.
Yeah, Mark threw
against Absecini. What is
it? Was it Absegami or Absekin?
Absegami. No, it wasn't Absekin.
Absegami.
Oh, he did pitch a complete game? Oh, 3-2 he won.
Sounds like a disease.
That's correct.
The doctor for. Doc, I got it.
Yeah, the boy for Absegami threw a very good game. Gave up 2 in the first, and I said, ooh, this might be a nice 10-run him, get Mark out of there, save him for Friday. Yeah. But the kid settled down and gutted it out for 7 innings himself. Well, 6 innings.
Now, who's going to go for North and South on Friday? Is Gebler pitching for South, or did he pitch?
No, they didn't pitch Gebler. Pat Light beat South yesterday 4-2.
Oh.
Yesterday 4-2.
Really?
And that means they saved Gebler for probably Friday.
For Friday.
So it could be my son against Gebler. Mark will be on 3 days rest. Not to make an excuse for him, but
but it's the state playoffs.
I understand that.
I'd pitch him.
I would pitch him too.
Teddy Shelmay, if you're listening to me, I'm the man here.
Yeah.
Pitch the kid.
Yeah, now he won't just because someone else is saying it. Yeah. But you know what? This is where I love what Kenny Frank does early in the year, and people rag him. They say, "Oh, he's not pitching this guy against us. He's afraid." He's not afraid.
No, he's saving him.
No, he's not saving anybody. What he does is, if it's your day to pitch, it doesn't matter if it's Mondon or North. You're pitching today. He's not going to save you for tomorrow or the next few days from now. And where that comes into play is, and this is what I've been telling my son now for a couple of years, this is where it comes into play. Twice this year, North got rained out, and then he decided just to save Mark for the weekend against South and then against Jackson.
Right.
You pitched him on 10 days rest. you're conditioning your arm for 10 days
Right.
rest instead of the 4 and 5 days or the 3 days that you need now. You've got to, just like years ago, they had a 4-man rotation. A 4-man rotation meant 3 days rest. You threw 340 innings a year. Your arm was conditioned. It got used to it. So if you're pitching a kid on 7 days, 9 days, and 10 days rest, and all of a sudden you're saying, okay, go on 3 days rest, you're not ready. You could possibly be. But I've talked a lot about it, massaging his arm, giving him a good rub down there and get the blood going so that he can be ready. Hopefully he can be ready, because I would love to see, truthfully I'd love to see him go against Pat Light, because they have CBA on Tuesday, which is the Shore. Pat Light is like 18-0 in his career in high school.
Wow.
He's supposed to be drafted. He started off the year with a little tendonitis. He's coming around now, and he's starting to pitch real well. I would love to see
That would be a matchup. And what's the weather like for Friday? We got a weather
I would
report?
love to see that. But that's the Shore Conference game, not the state.
Do we have a weather report tomorrow?
No.
Friday, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. Saturday and Sunday.
So 3:45 Memorial Day weekend, and what a way to kick in the weekend with a game like that, huh?
Go out there and catch this game.
Right,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be a nervous wreck.
Right, no tickets. You
Forget
could
the
just
Mets.
go. It's free.
Go see the
It's free.
kids play.
They even got a little concession stand.
Yeah, it's nice.
Kayla, you got a weather report for tomorrow?
It's nice today, so.
Nice. Our
Yeah,
weather
I think
girl
it's supposed to
said
be.
nice.
It's supposed to be warm and nice tomorrow.
We will have our Twitter updates, by the way, because we've been Twittering.
Right.
So as the scores come in, we post them, and
Oh, good.
we're ahead of APP.com, and we're ahead
Excellent.
of some of the other guys. So we get our scores up. So if you're looking for updated scores, you go to tomsriver.tv,
Excellent.
and that's where you find them, right there, right on the homepage. We put them.
I got a trivia question for you.
Go ahead.
What year did they play the first night game in Major League Baseball? When do you think that was?
Oh,
Gee, I used to know this one.
I never would have guessed this.
I'm going to say, geez. Gee.
Give me a year. It's the month of May.
Had it be
what
the
year?
early 60s?
Early 60s.
Had it be the early 60s?
Early
I'm trying to
60s?
remember
No
where
way.
this-
No way.
Yes.
First night game?
First night
Television.
game.
Well, television is
First
was out-
official night game?
When did they
First
invent
night?
television? In the 50s. So you got to figure it had to be the early 60s.
No,
Had it be
What does television have to do with it?
I'm going to go with like 1919 or something. Or
No, because that's when they were televising game. You would think that they would have televised.
Night games get more people to go after work.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to say.
Listen, Thomas Edison was stringing up lights in New York before the turn of the century.
I'm going to
So
say in the 60s. Sometime I would say 60,
who's closer?
62.
I'm closer.
1804. No. 1935.
1935.
I would have guessed more in the 50s, early 50s.
No, I was thinking way back when. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty impressive. And then also in this around this time, what was his name? Harvey Haddix. Through the 12.
Okay.
Can you imagine 12 perfect innings? Game 9 innings. The score's nothing.
Right.
The
Perfect
Harvey
game,
Haddix,
12 innings.
And then he lost it in the 13th inning.
Wow. Guess they had no bullpen.
Perfect
yeah,
game
right.
for 12. You can't get the game over after 9, after 10.
He was tired.
One. No, I'm saying like the poor guy on the mound.
How many
got-
pitchers did the other team go through?
Didn't some guy pitch a no hitter
It
for
was like
10
a 1-0
innings and
game.
lost
It was
the
a
game?
1-0 game.
Pitch a no hitter for like 10 innings.
So
That's happened.
Yeah, yeah.
That's happened. But 12 innings, no walks, no errors. Nobody gets on. All you need is one run to win the game, and you can't get it, and then you lose it in the 13th inning.
By the way, Mark got a chance to see a little softball the other night
Yes,
Oh,
we did.
yes, right.
because after the North-South game,
Right.
that North dropped.
Right.
Yeah,
We stopped and we watched a little bit of it was East against actually Mark's alma mater. It was Central playing.
Pequeen pitched there?
And Lindsey
Steve
Pequeen.
Pequeen.
Yeah, Steve Pequeen.
Steve Pequeen, yeah.
Lindsey Pequeen was
She
pitching.
is awesome. First time I've seen her like that, up close like that. She's bringing it.
I love that motion. I love the whole.
And she
it's just-
runs. Yeah, and she
I
lets it
love
go.
that.
Well, a lot of them grunt like that.
No, they should, but
I love
people-
the windmill, and I love
It's-
the.
it was awesome.
I just love it, man.
People have ragged my son. He grunts on the mound. Yeah, you're letting go of that ball, and you let it go. And that girl was doing it every pitch, even on a changeup.
Yeah.
This ball ain't so.
She
soft.
lost the other day, though. East lost, yeah.
What was that? I didn't see
East
that.
lost, I think,
much?
1-0 or something.
Yeah, they got
yeah.
upset. I had the paper.
It wasn't really an upset. The other girl was
she was good.
outstanding.
She pitched
She pitched a great game. They couldn't hit.
Right.
East
Yeah, it was
couldn't hit them.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
1-0.
I must have been playing camper. I'm going to be a camper now.
I think that was New
be a
Egypt.
trailer guy.
New Egypt's first.
New Egypt, yeah.
I think that's New Egypt's
First
OCT championship.